Intro. Hey there. If you're a senior, this is something you really need to hear. There are 7 common foods that might be slowly draining the strength from your legs. And if staying active, independent, and full of energy is important to you, this is something you'll want to pay close attention to. Just imagine waking up each morning feeling strong and energized, ready to go for a walk, dance a little, or tend to your garden. These moments bring joy, and at the heart of them all, your legs. They're the silent heroes keeping you moving, supporting your freedom, and giving you the ability to live life on your own terms. But what if the very foods on your plate are working against you? Believe it or not, some everyday items, staples in many of our kitchens, could be slowly weakening your muscles and reducing your mobility. It's not about fear, and it's certainly not about giving up everything you love. It's about awareness and making smarter, healthier choices that keep you strong and vibrant. In this video, we'll talk about foods to watch out for, and more importantly, what to eat instead, because staying mobile, independent, and full of life well into your golden years, that's totally possible, and it starts right at your dining table. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Drop a comment below. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a health-boosting tip from Health 365. Let's get into the first one. 1. High purine foods. Let's talk purines. These naturally occurring compounds are found in a lot of flavorful, rich foods, things like shrimp, scallops, liver, kidney, and other organ meats. While these dishes may be packed with taste, they can quietly cause trouble for your joints and mobility. Here's why: when your body breaks down purines, it produces uric acid. Normally that's not a problem, but when too much uric acid builds up, it can form sharp crystals around your joints, leading to stiffness, pain, and even conditions like gout. And where does this pain often show up first? You guessed it, your legs. Stiff knees, aching ankles. These issues can really limit your ability to move around and enjoy life the way you want. But don't worry, you don't need to cut purine-rich foods out completely. It's all about balance. Try swapping out some of these high purine foods for gentler options like eggs, nuts, fruits, and vegetables. These alternatives are not only lower in purines, but also full of nutrients that support joint health and overall strength. Think of starting your day with a fluffy veggie omelette, or grabbing a handful of almonds in the afternoon. Tasty, simple swaps like these can help protect your legs and keep you moving with ease. 2. Excessive red meat. Red meat has a way of stealing the spotlight. Think juicy steaks, burgers, and hearty Sunday roasts. It's rich in protein and nutrients, no doubt, but if it's showing up on your plate a little too often, it might be time to rethink how it's affecting your body. Here's the thing: eating red meat regularly in large amounts can trigger inflammation throughout your body, and your joints are usually the first to feel the effects. That inflammation can make your legs feel stiff, achy, and weaker over time. This doesn't mean giving up red meat altogether, it just means being mindful. Enjoy it now and then, but try to mix in more plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, or leaner meats like chicken and turkey. Not only will this help reduce inflammation, but it'll also support your muscles and joints in staying strong and flexible. Inflammation doesn't always announce itself loudly. It often creeps in quietly, tightening your joints and amplifying muscle aches bit by bit. Suddenly, things like a peaceful morning stroll or climbing a few steps start to feel like tough, uncomfortable tasks. So what's the deal with red meat? The problem lies in some of the things it's packed with: saturated fats, purines, and compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These elements can stir up inflammation in your body, especially when red meat becomes a regular feature on your plate. And when that inflammation becomes chronic, it can lead to ongoing pain and stiffness, directly impacting your mobility and overall quality of life. But let's not focus only on the downside. There's a better way forward. Swapping red meat for leaner proteins is a great first step. Think chicken or turkey, mild in flavor, easy to cook, and incredibly versatile. Just a sprinkle of herbs or a splash of lemon can turn them into delicious, satisfying meals that are much gentler on your joints. And don't forget the power of plant-based proteins like beans, lentils, and chickpeas. They're not only packed with protein, but they're also rich in fiber, antioxidants, and essential minerals. These ingredients can do wonders for your overall health and your taste buds. Imagine a spicy 3-bean chili bubbling on the stove, or a fresh lentil salad with chopped herbs and a light vinaigrette. Nutritious, flavorful, and easy on your body. 3. High salt foods. Salt, it's in almost everything, and while it adds flavor, too much of it can quietly do some real damage. A little sprinkle here and there? No problem. But a diet full of salty convenience foods can lead to water retention, leg swelling, and even high blood pressure, all of which put extra strain on your mobility. Picture a typical day. Maybe breakfast is a store-bought sandwich, lunch is from a fast food spot, and dinner is a pre-packaged meal. Harmless on the surface, right? But added up, the salt in those meals might far exceed what your body actually needs. And here's the kicker. When you're holding on to too much water from all that salt, it's not just about feeling puffy. It can make your heart work harder, increase pressure in your blood vessels, and lead to swelling in your legs. That swelling. It can make walking or even standing uncomfortable and exhausting. But here's a bright idea. Rethink your seasonings. Instead of reaching for the salt shaker, try flavoring your meals with fresh herbs, spices, citrus, or even vinegar. A roasted chicken with rosemary and thyme, or a crisp salad brightened up with lemon juice and chopped basil, can be just as tasty, if not more. These swaps not only reduce your salt intake, but bring a ton of health-boosting nutrients and antioxidants to the table. Your body and your legs will thank you. 4. Deep-fried foods. There's no denying it. Deep-fried foods are delicious. The golden crunch of fries, the satisfying bite of crispy chicken, or even a sweet doughy donut can be hard to resist. But while they're a treat for your taste buds, they're not so kind to your joints and muscles. The issue? It's the kind of fats used and the high-heat frying process. Most deep-fried foods are cooked in oils high in trans fats, which are notorious for triggering inflammation throughout the body, including your joints. Think about how you feel after a greasy fried meal. Heavy, sluggish, maybe even a bit sore. That's your body waving a red flag, reacting to all those unhealthy fats and harmful compounds formed during frying. But here's the good news. You can still enjoy that crisp, satisfying texture without all the downsides. Baking, grilling, or using an air fryer are fantastic alternatives that give you that golden finish without the guilt. Imagine oven-baked sweet potato fries, grilled chicken skewers, or even crispy chickpeas tossed with spices. You get all the flavor and crunch without sacrificing your health or your mobility. You don't have to give up your favorite foods to eat well, you just have to cook them a little differently. For instance, instead of deep-frying chicken, try marinating it with your favorite herbs and spices, then grilling it until it's tender inside and deliciously crisp on the outside. The result? A dish that's not only flavorful but also far better for your body. Take potatoes, for example. Rather than dunking them in oil for fries, slice them thin, toss them with a bit of olive oil and your go-to seasonings and bake them. You'll still get that golden, crave-worthy crunch, just without the greasy aftermath. These small swaps aren't just about cutting trans fats, they're about reconnecting with food in a way that truly supports your health. Grilling and baking let the real flavors shine, enhanced by a bit of caramelization or a hint of smoky goodness. Plus, these cooking methods help preserve more nutrients, making your meals not only tastier, but also more nourishing. 5. Refined carbohydrates. There's something comforting about soft white bread or a sweet pastry, no doubt. They're familiar, easy, and enjoyable. But behind that simple pleasure lies a more complicated story. Refined carbs, like those found in white bread, pastries, and processed snacks, break down quickly into sugar. This causes a fast rise in your blood sugar levels, followed by a sharp drop. You might feel energized one moment, then sluggish and foggy the next. But there's more. These sugar spikes can trigger low-grade chronic inflammation in your body, the kind you don't see, but that slowly wears down your joints and muscles over time. So what's the alternative? Whole grains. Options like oats, quinoa, and whole wheat not only offer more nutrients, but they digest slowly, giving your body a steady stream of energy. That means fewer crashes, more stamina, and less strain on your muscles and joints. Imagine starting your day with a cozy bowl of oatmeal, topped with cinnamon, fresh berries, or banana slices, or a hearty whole grain sandwich piled high with crisp greens and lean protein. These meals fuel your body without the ups and downs, and they taste just as good, if not better. Whole grains also bring a world of flavor and texture that refined grains simply can't. Quinoa has a nutty richness that pairs beautifully with both sweet and savory dishes, while oats can be used in everything from breakfast bowls to baking, adding a wholesome touch to every bite. 6. Processed sugar. Let's be honest, sweets are delightful. Whether it's a warm donut, a slice of cake, or your favorite sugary drink, those moments of indulgence bring joy. But while they may be sweet going down, they're not so sweet for your muscles and overall health. Processed sugars, commonly found in candies, baked goods, and sodas, tend to sneak into our diets more than we realize. The issue isn't just the sugar high, it's what happens afterward. When you consume too much processed sugar, your body reacts by releasing a surge of insulin to manage the sudden blood sugar spike. This is often followed by a sharp drop, also known as a sugar crash, that drained, sluggish feeling that hits out of nowhere. But beyond energy dips, repeated insulin spikes can contribute to weight gain, especially around the midsection. That added weight places extra stress on your legs and joints, making everyday movement, like walking or climbing stairs, harder and less enjoyable. Over time, this can even weaken your muscle health and limit your mobility. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up sweetness. Life should still be enjoyable after all. It's about finding healthier ways to satisfy your sweet tooth. And there are plenty of options that still taste amazing without sending your insulin on a roller coaster ride. Cravings are a normal part of life, and there's no need to completely ignore them. Instead, why not satisfy them in a way that actually supports your health? Nature has already provided the perfect answer. Fruit. Think of the crisp bite of an apple or the juicy burst of fresh berries. Not only do these naturally sweet options hit the spot, but they also come packed with fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that help your body thrive. Another smart swap? Natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup. Because they're more intense in flavor than processed sugar, you only need a little to get that same sweet satisfaction. A drizzle of honey over creamy Greek yogurt or a splash of maple syrup in your morning oatmeal can elevate your dish without overwhelming your system with sugar. 7. Rethink processed meats. When convenience is key, it's tempting to toss deli meats, sausages, or bacon into your cart without a second thought. They're tasty, quick, and ready to go. But have you ever wondered what's behind that convenience? Processed meats often come loaded with preservatives and sodium, two things that can quietly work against your health. The high sodium levels can lead to increased blood pressure and water retention, which makes your heart work harder and your blood flow less efficient. Poor circulation doesn't just tire you out, it can weaken your muscles and reduce your mobility over time. Even more concerning, many processed meats contain nitrates and other additives that may be linked to long-term health risks. The good news? You've got options. Fresh, unprocessed meats are a great alternative. They're free from the additives and excessive salt, and you get to control how they're seasoned and cooked. That means meals that taste better and make you feel better. And don't stop there. Plant-based proteins like tofu and tempeh are amazing additions to your menu. Tempeh, made from fermented soybeans, has a rich, nutty flavor and a satisfying texture perfect for stir-fries and bowls. Tofu is a blank canvas. It absorbs the flavors around it, making it ideal for anything from curries to smoothies. Imagine a savory tofu scramble for breakfast or a veggie-packed stir-fry with marinated tempeh for dinner. These meals are nourishing, versatile, and can be just as comforting and delicious as anything you'd make with meat. Conclusion: nourish to flourish. Every bite you take does more than just fill you up. It fuels your body and shapes how you feel, move, and enjoy your day. Especially as we get older, the food choices we make can either support our strength and mobility or slowly chip away at them. Choosing healthier foods isn't about restriction, it's about freedom. Freedom to enjoy a long walk without knee pain. Freedom to chase your grandkids around the yard. Freedom to wake up feeling energized, not sluggish. These aren't distant dreams, they're completely within reach. Start simple. Add more fresh fruits and vegetables to your plate. Opt for whole grains instead of refined ones. Swap salty, processed foods for meals seasoned with herbs and spices. And when you're craving something sweet, reach for nature's treats or natural sweeteners in moderation. Every meal is a chance to support your body. Even small shifts in your diet can make a huge difference over time. Ready to start feeling stronger, more mobile, and more vibrant? Begin today. Revisit your grocery list. Plan one meal with fresh, nourishing ingredients. Then notice how you feel and keep going. And as you explore this journey toward better health, we'd love to hear about it. Subscribe for more helpful tips and feel free to share your experiences in the comments. You never know. Your story might just inspire someone else to take their first step toward a healthier, more active life.